Every Thanksgiving, there was one chair no one touched. Last year, I learned why, hidden on the back of a faded recipe card from 1978. As kids, we thought the chair was for latecomers, the cousin who missed his exit, the uncle who forgot the rolls. Grandma called it the extra seat. She would set a plate, fold the napkin just so, and say only, "Someone might need it." I rolled my eyes at the ritual. Then one November, while the house hummed with the same old smells, sage, butter, cinnamon, I noticed the way Grandma touched that chair, like it held a memory, not just wood and screws. We never asked. We never filled it. We just ate around it, year after year. Last year, a week before Thanksgiving, I climbed into the attic looking for the pie pan. That is when I found the shoebox. The label said winter in Grandma's looping hand. Inside were postcard snowmen, brittle recipe cards, and a Polaroid of our house wearing a hat of snow. Tucked in the stack was pumpkin pie, 1978. The ink had bled at the corners. Butter stains dotted the margins like constellations. I flipped it over, expecting substitutions, less sugar, more spice. Instead, there were 8 words in a different hand. For anyone who needs a place to belong. Signed simply, -E. I took the card downstairs. "What is this?" I asked. Grandma sat down before she answered, the kind of sitting that means a story is about to start. 78. Thanksgiving week. The storm came early. Roads closed, phone lines down. By dusk, we set the table and lit the candles anyway, because tradition keeps its own weather. Then the knock came. A young man stood at the door with cold in his collar and road salt on his boots. His truck had spun into a drift a mile back. He kept his hat in his hands like he might have to run. We did not have room, but somehow we did. They pulled out the chair that would become the extra seat and put a bowl of soup in his hands. He said his name was Eli. That night, he carved the first slices of turkey with a care that made everyone quiet. After dinner, he showed Grandma a trick for whipped cream. "Just a pinch of salt. Makes the sweet behave," he smiled. Later, while they washed plates, he stayed at the table, turning recipe cards like they were photographs of a life. When Grandma came back, he had a pencil. On the back of the pumpkin pie card, he wrote, "For anyone who needs a place to belong." Then he signed it, -E. In the morning, the plows came. He left a note by the door that said, "Thank you for the chair." And that year, they did not put the extra plate away. "Was that it?" I asked. "Not quite," Grandma said. "The next year, we set the extra seat on purpose, not for Eli, for whoever became Eli on the day that needed it. Some years, the seat stayed empty. Still, the napkin waited. Some years, it did not. A neighbor between jobs found a place to land for an evening. A student whose flight got canceled learned our songs and our pies for a night. A nurse on call who couldn't make the drive found a warm hour between shifts. We did not announce it. We just made sure the napkin was folded, waiting. And every year that card grew greasier, softer, promise side up. This year, our hallway is quiet in a new way. Since April, Mrs. Lee's door has been a still life. 2 shoes by the mat. A wreath, gone pale. She and Mr. Lee used to debate the green beans. Now, the beans are quiet too. I thought about the card, about hands and chairs and what gets left waiting. I said, "We should ask her." Grandma did not look up from the pie. She said, "Set the extra plate. Then we will knock." We carried over a small plate of pecans and the softest words we could find. "Mrs. Lee, it's us from across the hall." The door opened the way grief does, slow, guarded, then all at once. She wore Mr. Lee's cardigan like armor. We stumbled through our invite. "We always save a seat on Thanksgiving. We'd be honored if you would join us." She closed her eyes, like she was counting the weeks since April. She said, "He loved Thanksgiving. I haven't set the table once this year." We did not push. We just held the silence together. After a moment, she whispered, "I'll bring the green beans. He would like that." That night, the extra napkin had a name card, Mrs. Lee. 4 generations found their places. Grandma smoothing the tablecloth, Mom guarding the gravy, my daughter trying to count the cranberries before they rolled away. Mrs. Lee set down the green beans like an offering and sat in the extra chair. We told the story of the snowstorm, Eli's hat, the drift, the candlelight, the first bowl of soup. We showed the whipped cream trick, just a pinch of salt to make the sweet behave. We read the back of the recipe card out loud, "For anyone who needs a place to belong." And I watched something loosen in the room, the way grief makes space when belonging pulls up a chair. Laughter found the corners again. Cutlery sounded like distant bells. The chair did what it had been waiting to do since 1978. Later, when the plates were a map of crumbs, I reached back into the shoebox. Behind the recipe card was a postcard I had missed, postmarked 1985, Cleveland. It read, "Dear Mary, the tradition is alive. Every year we save a chair too. Thank you for belonging that first night. Eli and Ruth and Sam." We never saw Eli again. We didn't need to. The chair kept telling the story for us. The card went back into the box. Promise side up. If there's an extra seat at your table this year, you already know who it's for. I'd love to hear your family's traditions in the comments. Happy Thanksgiving, from our table to yours.